Today we celebrate the feast of a nagging wife, bitter daughter-in-law, and a despairing parent. Certainly, her circumstances made her so. She did not give in to any of these temptations. Although she was a Christian, her parents gave her in marriage to a pagan named Patritius. To describe him, he was man of violent temper, was licentious. Monica also had her mother-in-law who lived with Patritius. He continuously criticized his wife because of her charity and piety, but he always respected her. Monica's examples and prayers finally won her husband and mother-in-law to Christianity. Her husband died after a year of his baptism. Monica had 3 children who survived infancy, oldest being Augustine, who is most famous. At the time of his father's death, Augustine was 17 and was a rhetoric student in Carthage. Monica was distressed to hear that her son had embraced Manichaeism and was living an immoral life, for which Monica refused him to eat or sleep in her house. But one night she had a vision in which she was assured that her son would return to the faith. From that time onward, she remained close to Augustine, praying and fasting for him. In fact, she remained much close to him than Augustine wanted. When he was 29, he decided to go to Rome, and Monica was determined to go along. But Augustine told her that he was going to say goodbye to his friend and sailed off alone. Monica was heartbroken when she heard about Augustine's trick, but she still followed him to Rome only to discover that he had already left for Milan. Although the travel was difficult, Monica pursued him to Milan, where she befriended the great bishop Saint Ambrose, whose eloquence and sanctity helped Augustine to come into the church. She continued her prayers for Augustine during his instructions, and on Easter Day in the year 387, Augustine came into the church, and Saint Ambrose baptized Augustine and several of his friends. Soon after this, they left for Africa. Now, Monica knew that her life was near the end. She told Augustine, "My son, I had but one object in life, and that was to see you a Catholic." Monica said to Augustine, "God has done more than I had dared to hope for, in that He has taught you to despise all that the world can offer in order to follow Him. Bury my body where you will. All I ask is that you remember me always at the altar of God." Then she became ill, and after suffering severely for 9 days, when Monica and her illustrious son reached Ostia, the port of Rome, to embark for Carthage, she died in his arms, aged 56. All we know about Monica is from the writings of Saint Augustine, especially from his My Confessions. Yes, we are in the digital world. Everything is done in an instant, so we lack patience for things that take time. Likewise, we want instant answer for our prayers. Saint Monica is the model of patience. Today, if you find yourselves in the situation of Saint Monica, do not despair, but find hope in prayer.